In this video today, I'm going to be breaking down a Jim Carrey speech that I find really, really inspiring.
How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is.
Jim Carrey is somebody who's been inspiring me in recent years a lot when it comes to his philosophical speeches and the wisdom he shares. So in this video, I'm going to break down some of my favorite lessons that I've learned from Jim Carrey in this speech here that he did at the Maharishi University in 2014. This was a graduation speech and I think it's really inspiring. So with that said, I'm going to get straight into the speech now.
I used to believe that who I was ended at the edge of my skin, that I had been given this little vehicle called a body from which to experience creation. And though I couldn't have asked for a sportier model. It was, after all, a loaner and would have to be returned. Then I learned that everything outside the vehicle was part of me too. And now I drive a convertible.
See, that's profound because what he's saying is that at first he started thinking in this victim mindset and that mentality of, oh, look what I've got, look who I am. I'm in this body, it could be better, you know, more beautiful, I could be more good looking. He's comedically comparing it to a loaner car, like a rental, this clapped out car that drives around with scratches on the side. And then he realizes that he can change his own reality.
It does allow you to separate who you truly are and what's real from the stories that run through your head. You have given them the ability to walk behind the mind's elaborate set decoration and to see that there's a huge difference between a dog that is going to eat you in your mind and an actual dog that is going to eat you.
The funny thing is, that is so true. We walk around in life expecting that there are things that are coming for us, whether it's our household bills, whether it's this angry boss of ours that's trying to rule over our life, causing us anxiety. We get into that fight or flight response. We have that cortisol release in our body and the stress. But in reality, this is all self-inflicted because it's our own internal experience and we're choosing to perceive external events internally with the emotions that we've been trained to elicit at any given time. So it's our choice to be stressed. Yes, it's culture and it is society, but we can see things that are happening in our external world and actually choose to not see those as stress if we condition our minds through meditation, other practices, that actually it's okay and we can deal with a lot less fear. And that's what he's going to go on to explain a little bit more now.
That may sound like no big deal, but many never learn that distinction. And they spend a great deal of their lives living in fight or flight response. Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, I'm the proof that you can ask the universe for it. Please.
Yes. So true. So when he says fear disguised as practicality, I love that quote so much because the word practicality in itself, practical decisions, sensible thinking, trying to do something because it's safe, those are all comfort zone ideas and those are things that we naturally do, we're told to do because it's safe and it's because it's secure. Financially, our biggest fear is that we're gonna not have enough and that we're maybe not gonna be able to do the thing that we get used to. We have lifestyle inflation as we start earning more money, we start buying more things, we get ourselves into this loop of gradually consuming more, needing more, the standard being higher and higher and higher, and it's that perpetual state of never feeling like we have enough. I think it's really important to realize that fear is always going to be in our lives. We like to choose the safe option in our comfort zone because it aligns with our current reality. Our current reality being something that we are used to, that is familiar. If we keep doing things that align with our current reality and don't push us outside our comfort zones, then we're going to get the results that we've always got.
Our eyes are not viewers, they're also projectors. that are running a second story over the picture that we see in front of us all the time. Fear is writing that script, and the working title is, I'll Never Be Enough.
Our eyes are not only viewers, they are projectors. And I love that because it's so true. Our eyes can choose to see whatever we like, and whatever we choose will manifest itself in our universe, in our world.
Relax and dream up a good life. I had a substitute teacher from Ireland in the 2nd grade that told my class during morning prayer that when she wants something, anything at all, she prays for it and promises something in return, and she always gets what she wants. Well, I'm sitting at the back of the classroom, thinking, wow, my family can't afford a bike. So I went home and I prayed for one. And I promised I would recite the rosary every night in exchange. Broke that promise. But 2 weeks later, I got home from school to find a brand new Mustang bike with a banana seat and Easy Rider handlebars. Yeah. My family informed me that I had won the bike in a raffle that a friend of mine had entered my name in without my knowledge whatsoever.
So if you start programming yourself on a subconscious level with these affirmations of what you would like to see in this world, the positive things rather than the negative, then you'll start seeing them, and then this greatness will manifest itself in your life.
So that type of thing has been happening to me ever since. And as far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass.
Let go of how it's going to happen. Don't worry about the route it's going to take. Just focus on it happening and it will come to you. I think that's really important in life, just to forget about how you think it's going to happen and just surrender and let it happen. So I love that quote.
Your job is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, just walk through it.
You ask for something and you put the work in to get it. You've got to notice these things. So many things happen to us in daily life that are just amazing and incredible, but we don't notice it. I guarantee if you guys start looking right now for the next thing that you've already asked for that's going to come into your life, when it comes in, be grateful for it, give your thanks, and more will come your way.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
We can fail at something we don't love. That is something that is so easy to forget, but is so fundamentally true. If you put the same amount of hours and time into something you are deeply passionate about, you have the same chance of success as you do putting hours and time into something you don't want. So many of us work jobs that we hate, pay for a lifestyle we don't like, to keep living in this cycle of not having enough, not feeling like we are enough, and never keeping up with those around us. Dad wanted to be a comedian, and he never pursued that because he was in this state of fear. He wasn't going for his dreams because he thought that he should stay safe because he had to provide for his family. And that's normal. We all get stuck in these traps. It's hard to make conscious decisions that are positive when you're in that state of fear. But if you are in that state of fear, just recognize that actually there's so much that you can do. There's a limitless potential. Your life is just completely limitless and you can choose whatever you want to do. But if you're operating from a place of fear and scarcity and lack, then you're never going to get what you desire. There's as much chance for failure either way, so pick something that you love. So there were so many lessons in that video that I really hope you enjoyed. I loved breaking that down, and honestly this is something that I've watched myself so many times. But if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the style in which I made it, just let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. This is something that I'm really trying to get into now and do more of. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button on the video because that will really help. If you could leave a comment and let me know what you think, that's awesome as well. And just subscribe to my channel to make sure you're keeping updated with all the videos I'm putting out. But with that said, I will see all of you in the next video. So I will see you soon.